Hi, Anthony. Hi,
Good.
Tiffany.
Hello.
Okay, it's 2:01, so we'll give it a couple minutes and then we'll get started.
How was your 8 o'clock yesterday morning?
You know, 8 o'clock is really hard for me.
I know, that's why
I was thinking later in the day, I was like, I'm so glad I got up early and started getting going, because I feel like I get so much more accomplished on those days. So
Oh, good. Yeah, it's got to be a time that works for everybody.
yeah.
I just wondered if you got different people on them, because if the same people are on today that are on, it's like, you know.
We had one new person yesterday.
Yeah, real estate.
Yeah. She's with Keller Williams Real Estate. Her name is Maureen. Maureen was last week. This week her name was, oh my goodness, you guys. I'm getting the days all mixed up.
One meeting is going into the next meeting.
Yeah. Melanie
Monroe.
Melanie Monroe.
With Keller Williams.
Yeah.
I wrote it down.
I saved the chat.
Right? Good. You guys are good.
You see the chat? I actually wrote it in a book. This is my leads book when I have my leads meetings.
Oh, I love it. That's awesome.
That way I can make notes about stuff.
Okay. Well, let me check my messages and make sure everyone has the Zoom, and then we'll get started. I think Anthony should take over the 8 a.m. meeting. What do you think?
I think it was just hard that day because the day before was a holiday. I don't think it's, normally you haven't had a hard time on the Tuesday. I think it was just because it was that day was the day of the holiday.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because the other Tuesdays at 8, you haven't had a problem. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, when she did that 7, I laughed. She's like, yeah, I'm thinking about doing a Tuesday. What do you guys think about 7? I was like, I'm game.
Yeah, you're probably up doing push-ups or something, making the rest of us in the flannel sheets feel bad, right?
Yeah.
No, I have to do it in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Karen.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
I love your background.
All right. Check that out.
So beautiful.
Thanks.
But I gotta work out in the morning because if I do it at night, I'll be up to like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning.
Typically for me, if it doesn't happen in the morning, it doesn't happen. Too many things get in the way. Kids and work.
Oh yeah.
What was that? Okay. Well, we'll get started here this morning.
Hey, Liam.
You guys have heard my spiel, but I'm recording, so we'll keep it structured here, and I need to practice my new line too. So Leads Referral Network is a professional business networking group that helps people build long-lasting, sustainable business relationships with people in their community. So if you have not heard about Leads, our community is designed to help businesses grow through virtual speed networking events and hopefully sometime soon regular in-person events. And by building their online presence in search engines like Google, Yahoo, and Bing through our powerful SEO directory, which gets them fresh new traffic and customers to their websites. So welcome everyone today. Thank you so much for coming. We have the amazing Catherine White here as our speaker. I'm so excited.
Yay.
I just recently met Catherine, and I was just chatting with her and talking with her, and she has so much great information. So I asked her to speak for us. So I'm really excited to have her. And so if we want to do some quick introductions. Just a quick name, business, and since Leads is now branching out into chapters in different cities and states, if you could say your city and your state that you're in. So, and if you're a Leads member, wave your hand. I am making name tags for you guys. So you can have a name tag for virtual that you can wear, and also at events. So those are coming on the way. So Tiffany, would you like to go start us out?
Hi, I'm Tiffany Goff with Edward Jones, and I'm in Seattle, Washington. I'm a Leads member, and I'm also an author of a book that's just been out, You Are Perfectly Flawed and Rarer Than Any Diamond. So that's what I do.
Yay, thank you, Tiffany. And Sue.
I'm Sue Charles. I'm with New You Life. I work with the only homeopathic HGH gel in the world, just expanded into Canada and next Taiwan. So, Sue Charles.
Canada, we're gonna go to Canada, right, Tiffany? Awesome. Hi, Laura. How are you today?
Great, beautiful day.
Awesome. I'm introducing the Leads members. Would you like to go? Just quick business name and what city and state you're in as well.
Sure, Laura Morrison in Linwood, Washington, in case you don't know, a little north of Seattle, and with Key Oils representing Young Living.
Thank you. And Anthony.
Anthony Upchurch with Legal Shield Services and ID Shield. I reside in Marysville, Washington.
Awesome. Well, thank you. Thank you to my members. And we are also branching out in chapters, like I said, and Tiffany's heading up the Seattle chapter. So if you know of anyone that's looking for networking in Seattle, send them Tiffany's way. And Anthony's leading up our Marysville. So if you know anyone in that area, send them Anthony's way, and we can hook them up. So. Well, welcome, Karen. Thank you for coming. And Catherine, do you want to do a quick intro? Catherine, you want to go first?
Sure. Good afternoon. Catherine White with Accelerated Results 365. I'm a business growth strategist, and I work with business owners who want to make an impact in their community, and by doing so, increase their profits and build productivity within their organization.
Awesome. What city and state are you in?
I'm in Everett, Washington.
Everett.
Pretty close to the rest of you.
Awesome. Okay. We need to get an Everett chapter going. If you're interested, let me know. Karen, hi.
Hi, I'm Karen Koenig with Financially Empowering You, and I just drop in every once in a while. I'm not a member yet, and I'm out of Mukilteo, Washington.
Ooh, I love Mukilteo. If I could live anywhere in this state, I would live in Mukilteo. I totally would. I love it there. I like drive there just like when I have downtime and just like look at the water. Just love it. So pretty. It's such a great community there too. Mukilteo has a really awesome community. Okay, well, welcome, Catherine, our speaker today. Thank you so much for joining us. And let's see, I have your intro here so I can introduce you. And I blew up the words a little bit, so I'm not like this like last time. So her company, Accelerated Results 365, was founded by Catherine M. White to assist businesses in achieving exponential growth and developing powerful, productive teams. Having come from a family of 8, wow, that's awesome. Financial resources was sparse, so Catherine learned by the age of 10 that it was up to her to take charge of her life by earning her own income. As an older sister, she gained many skills such as nurturing, teaching, and managing time, people, and money, which she was able to apply to her first careers in house cleaning, babysitting, and delivering newspapers at the wee hours of the morning before school. That's hard worker. I love it. For a love of math, helping people, and being independent, Catherine knew by the time she went to college that she wanted to start her own business, so she obtained a degree in accounting. Life took her down a challenging journey of single parenting, yet she remained focused on her dream and continued to educate herself. I got goosebumps. I love it. In the various aspects of business while raising her family, working multiple jobs, and pursuing various business opportunities. With over 20 years of experience in leading individuals and teams to innovative, successful outcomes, Catherine uses her financial, managerial, HR, and accounting expertise to support businesses in developing practical and efficient processes while building definable goals that align the organization with its teams and customers through their signature program, Power. I love it. I love that word, power. Throughout the process of managing multiple businesses, Catherine has found that there are 3 core obstacles that keep a business from thriving: the limited mindsets of those involved in the business, ineffective communication among teams and with customers, and lack of knowledge or resources. Power addresses each of these facets and guides you in transitioning your business from surviving to thriving. Awesome. I love it. So welcome, Catherine. Thank you. I'm going to put it on speaker view here. And if everyone could mute their mics. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Melissa. It's a pleasure to be here today. And speaking of being a mother, I've tried to make it clear to my kids that I'm on a call, I'm working, that I try to get them to remember to keep their voices down and not be in the same room, but they sometimes forget, even though they're not so young anymore. But anyhow, just a fair warning, the joys of working at home. So I want to have you all just do a little bit of time traveling here. So I'm going to take you back to a time where things got really tough and the impact in the community was something different than had ever been experienced before. There was this terrible pandemic that spread throughout not just the country, but the entire world, taking people's lives. Schools, churches, and businesses all began shutting down, and companies were losing ground. People were laid off from work. Businesses were closing. Businesses that you've known for many, many years, or decades rather, are now gone. Many more businesses, especially small businesses, were fighting for their lives, fighting for their survival, and not sure that they were going to make it. Wait a minute. That's not our history. That's right. That's what's happening right now. We're in a time that we've never experienced before. And the reality is it is impacting many people, and business owners are scared. And what I want to share with you today, just because we have a short amount of time, I want to share with you a quick process that I developed that touches those things that Melissa talked about in my bio, your mindset, your communication, and having a process. So what POWER stands for, I'm going to talk about how to propel forward with POWER. What POWER stands for, POWER with 2 R's, is possibilities, outcome, workable steps, empowering environment, resources, and rewards. What I mean by each of those is possibilities. It first begins with your mindset and what you believe is possible. And you have the ability to achieve things that you probably don't even realize you can achieve. Despite everything, the craziness that's going on in our economy right now and the many businesses that are failing, you have what's possible to get through this, and not just get through this, but to get through this powerfully. So when you get to the other end of this, your business is ahead of others in your industry. So when I work with my clients, I start with helping them find what is possible and digging into your mind and how do we create what can be possible? How do we create new possibilities? That's number one. The next step is looking at what is the outcome. What do you want things to look like? Well, it's uncertain what things will look like, and you don't know. By creating a vision and engaging as many of your senses as you can, and I'm talking about when you're envisioning the outcome, think about sounds that you hear when you're in this situation. When you reach that level of success that you're looking for, what does it sound like? What kind of sounds do you hear around you? I think for me, it's me standing up in front of a big crowd with people cheering and clapping. So those are the sounds that I hear. Think about what kind of sense you smell. Maybe for me, I think about a big bouquet of flowers because I did something amazing and I'm awarded this bouquet of flowers, so I smell flowers. Think about what are you touching? What are you holding? I'm holding a mic. So what does that look like for you? Engage as many of your senses, and the more senses you engage, the more real you make it for your subconscious mind. And the more real you make it for your subconscious mind, the more your subconscious mind is going to seek for opportunities and seek for those things that need to happen in order for that that vision to take place in reality. Next, we have workable steps. Once you have the possibilities, you have the vision, the outcome, the next thing you need to do is to create the action steps that will get there. The best way to do that is to do what is often referred to as reverse engineering. If you need to get to this point, what needs to happen before that, what needs to happen before that, and before that, and break it down into small pieces. The challenge with most people is they don't break it down small enough, and then they become overwhelmed. So break it down small enough that you believe and you know that you can achieve each of those steps and move on to the next one. E for empowering environment. This is about creating an environment that's conducive for success, not just for yourself, but for those around you. When you create an environment for those around you to be successful, you're also being successful. It comes back magically to you building your success. And in creating an empowering environment, there are two aspects to it: your internal environment as well as your external environment. So what are you putting into you? What are you feeding your mind to create that positive internal environment? And what do you have around you, surrounding you, to build that environment of success outside of you? What's around you? Who's around you? The first R is for resources. The next step is to look at, now you've got this vision, this plan, you've got the steps. What are the resources that you need in order to achieve each of those steps? What are the resources you need in order to grow your business, in order to make these things happen? And lastly, I might be cruising through this faster than I planned because I'm like, oh no, I don't have much time. Lastly, the last R is for rewards. And I like to really emphasize this because this is one that people typically tend to forget or overlook. I'd say especially when it comes to women, we especially tend to be, we're doers. We tend to be doers, and we know things have to happen, and we make things happen, and it's part of who we are. And so we tend to overlook the fact that all these little things that we're doing are successes, and that it's amazing, and that we're amazing. And so it's very common when someone else says, wow, Anthony, that was really awesome what you just did. Sue, I really love how you did that. Tiffany, that looks really great. Laura, Karen, Melissa, we get these compliments from other people, and what do? We shrug it aside. Oh, thanks. Oh, it was no big deal. Oh, well, anybody could have done that. And we don't allow that recognition to take place. The reality is It doesn't matter how small you think it is or how small maybe it really is. Each little success, each little step that you take is just as important of a piece in the journey that you're taking to get to where you want to be. Big or small, it's all important, because if you didn't take the smaller ones, you may never get to the big ones. So make sure to take time to stop and recognize the amazing things that you do and acknowledge yourself for that, and allow others to acknowledge yourself for that, and also extend your reach to others and make sure that you're recognizing and acknowledging others for what they do. And when you're building this recognition, this builds into your positive environment, which helps others succeed, which then helps you succeed. And before you know it, you've reached your goal. Before you know it, you've got that business that is thriving, that's skyrocketing, that is has the competitive edge above everybody else. So propel forward with power. You can do this. This pandemic is just a temporary thing, and you've got what it takes to not just get through and survive, but to thrive. Thank you very much.
Wow, that was like right on. Did you time that? Oh, that was beautiful. I love that. I love the magic part. Like, yes, just, focus on how you can give, and then the magic just comes right back to you, right? I love it. Thank you so much, Catherine. Does anyone have questions or comments?
We have the great start of a history book there. That's good.
Yes. Are you gonna be a book? Do you have a book?
No, I'm saying because she was talking about the pandemic.
Oh yeah, Catherine. I was wondering.
Well, I do have a book out, and I am working on one right now. I have a big goal. I'm writing one right now called Fast Forward, and I am starting it out with a similar in a similar manner that I just started that out with. And I'm going to be writing it from the perspective of sitting in the future.
Awesome. I love it. Oh,
my goal is to get it done within the next couple of months, and I just started it. So
you can do it. Well, what is your current book that's out already?
Overcoming Roadblocks to Success.
Oh, awesome.
Like an ebook, or how is it?
It's a print book.
Okay. Cool.
It's on Amazon.
Okay. Will you put the link to that?
Oh, sure.
The chat, you know how to do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that reminds me, if everyone can put their info in the chat. So since a lot of us know each other, I have two ideas going into the speed networking. If you know each other, it was Danny's idea. I can't take credit when people give me ideas. I like to give them the credit. It was Danny's idea. So, and maybe it was yours too, Anthony. Oh, we were brainstorming like that one day, the three of us. So forgive me if it was your idea. Now I can't remember. It was one of you.
Buddies?
It was one of you. So we're going to practice our 30-minute, 1 minute on each other. So when you go into this speed networking, for the first 2 minutes, for the first 1 minute, do your 1 minute, and then the other person is going to give you some suggestions on, if they're wondering I wonder, so give you suggestions on how you can make and perfect your 30-minute or your 1 minute, and then switch. And if you don't know each other, then of course just get to know one another. So that's just something that you can think about, and of course you don't have to, but it was just an idea since I know a lot of you know each other pretty well. So without further ado, unless anyone has any comments or questions, Laura?
Always. I just think too on these meetings, if and when there's time, it always depends on how many that we have and that people would be with their big girl pants or boy pants on, not insulted. But if somebody has a shout out toward either a particular person, well, they're great to deal with because they're caring or whatever, or their particular product or something, that maybe we can make those if there's time to do that toward the end. So, yeah.
Love that idea. That's fabulous. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So maybe
it's
afterwards,
only
if there's time.
26 and we have a small group, so
Yeah.
we should
love
get
to
through
do
this
that.
speed networking quickly, and then we can come back
Yes. Yeah.
and do
That'd be
that.
great.
Awesome. All righty. Well, I have the break rooms ready to go. So happy networking, and we'll see you in a little bit.
Thank you, Melissa.